What's going on, 2 minutes, guys? We back at it again. We still in the playoff season. It is the division finals right now. We got Tim, we got Mo, we got Mike. The team's back at it again. But before we kick this show off, I like to say something. And we all may not be ESPN, NFL Network, or any other sporting network, but here in Football Fury, we respect all who talk, that love for the sports. And in the memories of one particular person who had love for the sport, Stuart Scott, we salute you, brother. Rest in peace. So let us all have a moment of silence for our brother. Ooh, yeah.
Let's go.
That's right. The start of the show is on, fellas. Now, last week we saw some very good playoff games. We saw what happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers without Le'Veon Bell. They lost to the Baltimore Ravens. We have seen what happened with the Cincinnati Bengals without A.J. Green. They lost to the Colts. We've seen what happened with the third-string quarterback, and what's his name, Maurice? What was his name? The guy you wanted to bench?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right.
I can't wait.
All right, Ryan Lunley. All right, the third-string quarterback losing against the Carolina Panthers, and we saw, that's right, fight to the finish, baby. The Dallas Cowboys beating the Detroit Lions to the end. First quarter, we're going to start with the AFC preview. We have the Baltimore Ravens moving on to face the Patriots, fellas. How do we see this? Game so far looking?
You know, I do understand how the Ravens just have the Patriots' numbers in the postseason. But you know what? There's something that Vegas knows that I have to agree with. Now, they're not – listen, Baltimore's not a 2-point or a 3-point underdog. They are a 7-point underdog to these New England Patriots. And, like, I just got a feeling there's a difference because when the Patriots won Super Bowls, they had that defense. I don't know if Jamie Collins is playing. I think he is. They got him at linebacker. They got Revis Island. And that's the thing. Revis always plays like Revis. It's just you have to know football to realize he's still doing it. Like last year, he was the most efficient corner, and no one gave him props because, like, oh, it's not Revis Island. Like, who cares if there's no commercials? He still shut down players. And what the Patriots do is they don't put him on the number one option. They say, you know what, you can't do one-on-one on the number one option, so we're going to double that. But the second option, we're going to shut him down with Revis. So there's a different vibe to this Patriots team, and I think that vibe is really in their favor this year.
I kind of agree with all you said, with the exception of the Patriots winning and because of Vegas, because as I remember correctly, I don't remember the correct line, but the Patriots were favored in the last two home games that they played against the Ravens as well. And maybe third time's a charm. I mean, maybe, the Patriots finally get it right. But like I said a couple weeks ago, this team is the AFC version of the Giants. They get into the playoffs and they just storm through it. And they're matchup problems for everybody. I mean, okay, you can say, hey, no Le'Veon Bell, it changed the Steelers' look, and it did, but they still had to go out there and win. Flacco apparently the Ravens see something that the rest of the world doesn't, because they swear that he's the best quarterback in the world. And come playoff time, he plays like it. In his last 5 playoff games now, 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. This guy just flipped the switch all the way on, like when it comes playoff time. So when you have that track record, and it's weird because it's Tom Brady and it's the Patriots at home, but it's weird that I would bet against them. I mean, like that. But the Ravens, they just seem to be that team of destiny. And if there's any defense that can consistently give Tom Brady problems, it's the Baltimore defense. Terrell Suggs off the edge, Dumerville off the edge. He's not looking forward to this matchup. And the offensive line has been good, not great. So, their receiver core is really just Gronk. So if they can contain Gronk, which it has been done a couple times this year, they can go up there and win this game. Justin Forsett is running like crazy up there, so I can see them winning this game.
Okay, well, Flacco, is 10-4 in the postseason so far. The Ravens are 2-1 against the Patriots in the last 3 playoff meetings. Now, here's the difference. They had Ray Lewis then. They had the man on defense. This is the time where they don't have Ray Lewis. But, I still love their linebacking core. Mostly he's an animal. He's my defensive rookie of the year.
Yes,
And, he transitioned from being a smaller role at the middle to now he's demanding the role. You still got Terrell Suggs. You still got Davos Smith. You still got Dumerville. You got Haloti Nada. The secondary ain't the strongest, but it's when you have a good front seven, it still makes the defense look good. But Joe Flacco's playing out of his mind. He has done so great in the playoffs. Now, the matchup that I see, Darrell Reeves and Brandon Browner. I think top 3 best corner in the league. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now we going with Steve Smith, who's a speedster, and we got Torrey Smith, who's another speedster. We got Jacoby Jones, who's another speedster. Flacco got speed all over the field, and I agree with Maurice with Justin Forsett. If those guys can open it up more, where these corners will have to respect these receivers, because I don't like a match. If right now, do you guys see who do you guys see Darrell Reeves guarding?
Probably Steve Smith. All
right, Steve Smith. So you're telling me you're going to put Brandon Browner on Torrey Smith? I don't see it. One of these 2 guys, whoever Brandon Browner is guarding, has to have a big game. On the flip side, you got Julian Edelman, who's not 100%. And,
he never is.
Yeah, and you got Gronkowski. And to me, I don't see the Patriots with so much firepower. I mean, they'll do enough to extend the drive, but I don't see them, where the Baltimore Ravens have to so much to worry about other than Gronkowski.
See, like, you know what? The one thing that I'll say going against the line is mother effing sizzle. Like, there's a time when you see a good player make one play and you say, yeah, that's that man. I promise you, against Pittsburgh, I saw this man make 5 plays that was like, what the hell is going on? I saw him going on a blitz and tackle the guy on the screen. I saw the guy catch an interception with his thighs like he was Susan Summers. And then I saw this guy take up the block, throw it off, and then just stop the run like the tight end wasn't even just blocking him. Like, Terrell, you want to talk about Flacco on defense, Terrell Suggs is like, oh, it's time to get that check. Like, it. So that's where I see him being a huge problem for the Patriots because he's been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, it's like to borrow Beast Mode saying, he all about that action, boss. And, and he gets after that quarterback. And once he does get after that quarterback, he's relentless. And he just like consistently makes play after play after play after play. When you have somebody like that, when you have somebody like Dumerville on the opposite end, or like they might put him on the same end at times from time to time. And then you have C.J. Mosley. He's a young guy, but he's developing really, really fast. And that guy, like this defense, if Terrell Suggs can stay healthy and play a little bit longer, if Dunville can stay healthy and play, that defense is going to be a problem. Like in the middle of that field, that defense is going to be a problem. So like that's my thing when it comes to blitzing Tom Brady and getting to Tom Brady, when you could put pressure on him, consistent pressure on him, he reminds you that got drafted in the 6th round because you see him make the bonehead decisions, just trying to throw away the ball, not take the sack, the interceptions. Like it's the same thing the Dolphins do to him every year, same thing the Bills do to him every year, same thing the Jets do to him every year. They always pressure him and they make him look silly. So the Ravens do this consistently and then if they can just score enough points and they can control the ball and keep him off the field and then punish him while he's on the field, I think the Ravens could win this game easily.
Okay. Well, you know, fellas, before we move on to the next AFC matchup between the Colts and the Broncos, I want to go back to what Maurice was saying. Mo, just to go a little back, you compare the Baltimore Ravens to the New York Giants. Am I correct?
I'm correct.
So
you're correct.
So that means you saw Eli Manning some love finally?
A little bit.
I'm just saying, for all the times you went bad on Eli. I'm just saying, Giant Nation. If you
I mean, if you listen to the whole quote, I said they're like the Giants. Is that when they do get in, like so that you see the subtle shade there. Like when they do get in, they don't get it all the time. They don't get it all the time.
Especially if we talk about the Giants. It ain't going to happen all the time with the Giants.
It's not. Yeah, it ain't going to happen all the time. It's kind of like the most interesting man in the world, you know? The Giants don't always get in, but when they do,
when they get it,
it's problem.
Listen,
So,
drink responsibly.
Hey, listen,
yes, drink responsibly.
I wanted some of that little bit of revenge from when I was defending Eli against Aaron Rodgers, so I was trying to get you there more. But
okay,
all right, but we're gonna go with the next matchup. We have the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Denver Broncos. Listen, this is Andrew Luck against his God Almighty Peyton Manning, the guy who he replaced as a Colt.
His predecessor.
This game right here is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. It's not going to be like the last game with the Colts and the Bengals. This is a game where I can see Denver losing this game. But how do you guys look at this?
Look,
yeah, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I don't like Indy's defense. Like the book is already out on Peyton Manning. You got to have physical corners. You got to have a good pass rush. If you got two of that, the Broncos ain't doing nothing. What the hell does Indy do on defense that incites you? I mean, Dwight Freeney ain't even there. He was spinning out in San Diego and not making the playoffs. So, what? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Maybe if I didn't see it, I will be corrected and I will eat my humble pie. But can somebody tell me what the heck does Indy actually do on defense that's supposed to incite fear to the Broncos? And then you got C.J. Anderson. He's coming up. He's coming good. You had 2 weeks. Hopefully some of those nicks and knacks on Julius Thomas can heal. And even if it didn't heal, he had 2 weeks to take cortisone in his ankle. Make him understand, like Varsity Blues. So I'm saying I feel like I just don't – I don't see enough of Andrew Luck, to be honest with you. And I know he's good. But I always have to just say he is not there yet. And I don't think he has enough on his team for him alone by himself to take on Denver. So I see Denver winning this game, and I see it being very close to what Vegas said. I see an easy 7-point or more win for Denver.
Okay. About Indianapolis has the 12th ranked defense in the league. Yeah, I know. It's surprising that they're that high. But it's mainly because of their passing defense. Because their passing defense at one time was ranked number 4 in the league until the Steelers game where it kind of blew out their position. But their run defense is terrible, horrific. That's what's dragging them back down to number 12. So if Peyton can if they can run the ball, they have a good chance of winning because they can't stop anybody with the run, and it'll keep Andrew Luck off the field. I've been saying this for a while now. There's something wrong with Peyton Manning. His numbers are just like they fell off a cliff. Like taken from a guy who was a fantasy owner, his numbers just fell off a cliff. I don't know. Maybe his arm is bothering him, his neck's bothering him. Maybe it's the cold. Maybe it's just the defensive matchups because they did play some tougher opponents down the stretch. But his numbers just disappeared. So
He's still afraid for the last year to play Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't see that much of a problem for Denver to win this game. It's just that Luck is a wild card. You know, I mean, he's that guy where he can throw 4 touchdowns, he could throw 4 picks. You don't really know how he's going to come out and play. It just depends on how the defense is feeling that day. Do they want to catch interceptions or do they want to drop and keep giving them chances? So, but I expect Denver to win at home. I know this is the NFL's dream matchup, you know, them in the playoffs, you know, old versus new, you know, they're foaming at the mouth for this. So, I mean, I think that, you know, Peyton is going to sun Andrew Luck because all these turnovers that he's prone to throw, they're not going to fly in Denver.
Okay, you guys got to wrap it up.
Well, for my thing with the Broncos, you know, I know the offense is very explosive, but you know, I also look at the Colts and I also see that they on paper, Broncos. You know, you have Dante Moncrief, who's a rookie coming up, but you got Reggie Wayne, you have T.Y. Hilton, you have Dwayne Allen, you got Corey Fleener, you also got Hakeem Nicks, who was a former #1 receiver for the New York Giants, who got a ring. You know, I think the Colts could really match up against Denver. And you talk about defense, let's keep it real. If anything, the Broncos defense is the most surprise to me because you guys they signed Aqib Talib, T.J. Ward, DeMarcus Ware, and what has their defense done? Nothing. Overpriced, very overpriced players, big names but no production. So when I look at this matchup, you know what, Maurice? I remember a long time ago when we was talking on the podcast, we said we was tired of seeing Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the playoffs. I think this is a time where the youth quarterback, the youth movement will begin, which is Andrew Luck. I can't sit here and say because Denver's home, the Colts can win this game. I think the Colts on paper matches so well and got the same amount of weapons the Broncos have. The problem is Andrew Luck has to be consistent with it. The only thing he has less than what Denver has is the running game because you still got Haran, who really hasn't done much, and you got Trent Richardson, who's a bust. CJ Anderson is balling. He's balling right now.
Over. All right, guys, gotta move on. Gotta move on.
Robert, we're gonna move on right now to the second
end of the quarter.
The second quarter, we're gonna do the NFC previews. We're gonna start the Fury off with my man Sean's Seattle Seahawks hosting the Carolina Panthers.
LOB.
Listen.
Look, man.
I'm gonna say mine for last.
I mean,
what do you see this? What's going on with this?
Look, I know. Look, first of all, we know this bet that you have with us. You bet that Carolina was gonna beat, you know, the Seahawks. I thought about it. I went to work.
Don't predict it yet. Come on, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet, Mike. Don't predict it yet, Mike. We gotta save for the next quarter.
Okay, no. All right, I'm not predicting, but I've eaten some almonds. I made a turkey sandwich. Look, I don't see this working out for a certain team from Carolina.
Okay.
I mean, like, look at the matchups. I mean, look, Carolina can stop Seattle because I think any good defense can stop Seattle's offense because it's high school, it's trickery. But if you telling me it's gonna be a low-scoring game, I believe, honestly, I genuinely believe that Seattle could actually score on defense against that Panthers offense. That O-line, it works sometimes, but against a really solid pass rush. What game was it? I was watching it was the Falcons game. When Cam Newton was just like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. He literally looked like, yo, I hate all of you. You don't block for me. My ankle hurts. I'm gonna go flip my car. I hate all of you. He literally looked hurt because of how many hits he took from the Falcons.
Yeah.
Now you want to tell me
that's how you know.
Take hits from Seattle?
That's how you know the offensive line is trash.
Yeah, for real. So that's where I think the D lines, you know what I mean? Look, I'm telling you, my man's Cam is gonna relax at home. He's gonna have tons of time to relax after the Seattle game.
Yeah. I'm actually with you, Mike, because we've already seen this game last year. These teams played each other. It was a great defensive battle. Seattle pulled it out at the end, but I expected really much the same thing. It's going to be, they're going to be hyped. They're going to be feeling themselves. They're going to go across the country. They're going to hang with each other, and they're going to trade blow for blow. And then after that, the first quarter will end, and then Seattle will just pull away, because they're just a better team than Carolina. I don't see Carolina contending very well because their offense is limited. And Seattle's defense is very, very talented, as we all know. So it's just to the point where, not if, but when will Seattle just drop the hammer on them? Because their defense, Carolina's defense, is good enough to contain beast mode for a while. But sooner or later, those play actions are going to start coming out. The naked bootlegs are coming out. The keepers is coming out where Russell Wilson pulls it back and takes off with it. That's the stuff they like we said, Mike. Their offense is very basic, but they have the weapons in Russell Wilson in beast mode to keep you honest. So the fact that wow, this is excuse me.
Move on to the next lineup.
Excuse me.
Dang. Well, Tim, what do you got to say about this game? Well, hold on, so before we go to
this next one, Tim got to say something.
He has to polish his spit.
Yeah.
Well, since you guys want to know what I think about this game, and I'm gonna say this: listen, Seattle Seahawks team, yes, is still very good. I'm not taking no credit away from them, Sean. But here's the situation. They have no playmaker receiver on offense. Now, last year, they were a team that snuck up. I'm going to say snuck up on everybody because it wasn't like they were so great the year before. We saw the paperwork coming together. But last year, we haven't seen a defense like this. But here's the thing. Besides Beast Mode, who's going to catch the ball from Russell Wilson? Paul Richardson or Doug Baldwin? What?
And Curse?
Listen. I'm not gonna. Listen.
Oh, and they tight end.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson. All right, Luke Wilson. Now here's the difference.
He's pretty good at Madden.
Luke Wilson. Listen, the Carolina's defense is coming together, and I've always said this. Since we want to, like Maurice said earlier, we look at the Baltimore Ravens. He referred them to as the New York Giants. So listen. Why can't we say the same thing about the Carolina Panthers?
Because they haven't done it.
Wait a minute. The defense is coming alive very good. And you know
no,
what?
You can't. No,
you can also say the same thing about the Seahawks offense.
You can't bind that together.
Listen. Do you guys want me to throw a flag out here for interference?
You gonna pick it up anyway?
Only us and Jerry will know about it. But anyway, but let's keep this real though. Luke Kuechly is a Pro Bowl middle linebacker. Thomas Davis is a former Pro Bowl linebacker and still playing like a top linebacker in the NFL. They're gonna contain beast mode. That read option stuff. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Those receivers are gonna have to step it up, and the Carolina secondary is still good enough. The only blow they have to their defense was early today. They reported that Star Luatelli, he broke his leg, so he's out.
Bruh.
Key, maybe
bruh,
key
why
defensive
did you tell me
lineman.
that? It's over for them.
It's still gonna work now. We go to the flip
Because
side.
Luke Kuechly, he's too small to shut off blocks. You need Star Luatelli or you need Greg Hardy. One of them's not playing because he choked his girlfriend, and the other one broke his leg. Bruh, it's over.
All right, you guys got to move on.
You don't need read option anymore.
Yeah.
Move on to the next lineup.
All right. Let me put on my Reverend glasses on.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Here we go.
That's right. We have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Green Bay Packers. Now, fellas, I know all you guys out there hating. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. The playoffs didn't land on Dallas. Dallas landed in the playoffs.
Really? Really? You're doing this?
Oh Lord,
and
bruh.
I'm gonna tell you this, fellas. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, fellas. Before I get my preaching on, I'm gonna ask y'all, how do y'all see that game?
You know what? I'm going to call this like I called the Giants Super Bowl again, the first one against New England. If it's a blowout, Green Bay's going to win. But if it's a close game, I just feel that magic. I feel that magic. If it's tight. If it's tight in the fourth quarter, I feel that magic and I see Dallas doing it. But again, it could very well get out of hand really quickly. The defense is bend but don't break, but that offense breaks those kind of defenses. It's like it's a balancing act. Like I can tell you after the first quarter who probably has the best chance to win the game. So like if Aaron throws like 2 TDs, God bless. If not, I can see Dallas pulling it out.
This is a really, really tough game to call because in terms of offense, I mean, they would be kind of even. I would give the slightest nod to Green Bay just because of Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, Tim. I know how you feel about Aaron Rodgers. But in terms of defense, that's where it gets more balanced. Because they both have bend but don't break defenses, but Dez Bryant can destroy that Packers defense just like Jordy Nelson is going to get by that Cowboys defense. So it kind of seems like who can hold the most. And I noticed the NFL's wet dream to have these two together because it's the first time in playoff history that an 8-0 home team hosted a 8-0 road team. So this is the Goodell's biggest wet dream. So it's really tough. I mean, I would have to stick with the Cowboys just because I like they got more balance on offense. That pass attack, that run attack, whereas Green Bay is more one-dimensional with just passing. But at least he's been coming on, but not as much as DeMarco Murray.
In 88 Baptist Church, I'm calling y'all sin. And let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to say it again. For the umpteenth time, this is the Dallas Cowboys' time. None of y'all have mentioned that Aaron Rodgers is playing with an injury. With a calf injury. He is not practicing at all. He will practice by Friday, possibility. And listen, practice. All right. But here's the thing about it. If this was a regular season game,
he wouldn't even play.
He's not even playing. I'm not saying I love that he has the injury. I would never wish an injury on a player. But what I'm saying, it is what it is. Now, my thing is this. This is the game where this game is not going to be like the Detroit game where we face a good defense. Green Bay has no defense, okay? This is a game where the offensive line will come out with DeMarco Murray running the football. Of course, Green Bay is going to want to blitz with Matthews and Julius Peppers because that's all they can do is blitz. Yeah. All they can do is blitz. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a guy named Cole Beasley. He's so cold. He is just making the linebackers work so hard. We saw the last game in Dallas.
Yeah, is he alive after that hit that he took?
And you know what?
Because he got crushed, man.
And the boy still alive. The boy still alive. Now I'm not gonna be biased because everybody knows I am a Cowboy fan. The one thing I don't like for what the Cowboy has
You're a
been
Cowboy
doing.
fan?
I
couldn't tell. I
had to come out the closet and let you guys know that. So, I had to come out the closet and let you guys know that I'm a Cowboy fan. But here's a situation that I don't like. You know, there were times in the Detroit game where I was really highly upset because there was very inconsistent with the playbook, with the calls. You know, in this game, you want to start off running. You have to commit to the run, commit to the run, commit to the run. You know, the one thing I was happy with Tony Romo wasn't throwing the ball into the defensive hands. He took the sacks. You know, if he wasn't sure he could get rid of the ball, he took the sack. And that's something different that Tony Romo has not done in all the other times. So
very
it's
true.
Very smart play from Tony Romo. Des Bryant, if you're watching this, you my man. I respect your numbers. Stay your butt off the field. We are so lucky. Those referees, they're not called. And I know. Listen, I love Des Bryant. His emotion. I love it. Again, that's the coach's job. Don't get on the field. That's the one thing that got lucky on.
Hey, I got a point for you though, Tim. I got a point for you, Tim. This may be. I'm not even trying to hate on the Cowboys, but do you think these refs might call it a little tighter on them because of the flack that they got for the last game?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. And here's the situation with that. I think the calls was blown the whole game. And I could point out some. I could point out some of the calls right now. When we backed up Detroit and at their own 3-yard line, they called roughing the kicker, where Dallas didn't really run into the kicker. The problem was there was no space in the end zone.
He flew into the kicker.
He didn't run into the kicker. He did not run. He didn't
run. He flew. He flew.
But then here's the thing: when we punted, they ran into the kicker. They didn't call it.
Yeah. That.
All right,
they didn't call that one. Yeah, they didn't call that one.
The play before Terrence Williams' 76-yard touchdown. Okay, the play before that, it was really 2nd and 10. Terrence Williams got knocked down after 5 yards. They called it offensive pass interference, where clearly it was a defender. It was Higgleybo, if I'm pronouncing it. He's the one who knocked out Terrence Williams. They called the penalty on us. And again, the head referee Mike Pereira did say that this group of referees have not worked together in a long time. Yeah. So, so they say you need refs who work together. It's like a team.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not one of these conspiracy theorists because, honestly, there's so many random parts in sports. If you could sit down and believe that they're planning outcomes, kill yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely believe that Jim Caldwell is the right coach for the Lions. It's just going to take years to put his personality in that team. What you saw was the last bit of Jim Schwartz in that team. You know what I mean? They when they got a call they didn't like, they couldn't shake it off like a Caldwell would. They got thrashed like Jim Schwartz did. And then they kicked 20-yard punts. So, they were going to lose that game.
Guys, that's it. Here ends the quarter. You gotta move on.
All right, but you know what? You know what, fellas? All right, you know what? We'll continue that. Let's go on to the NFL picks. All right, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriots. Who do you guys have?
You know who I got.
I believe in Revis Island because Darrelle Revis's business practices make me happy to be an African American. He is the truest capitalist in America. He doubles down on himself and cashes out every damn time. And because I'm a fan of his, I'm going to go Tom Terrific, even though I'm not comfortable with it at all. But, yeah, Patriots got this game.
I got the Ravens winning this game again. again and again and again. And I can't bet against Flacco. I know how silly that sounds, but Flacco, he's just lights out right now. And until he proves me wrong, I got to keep rolling with him.
Cool.
I got Baltimore Ravens winning this game because, like Maurice pointed out earlier, I think Justin Forsett will have some good runs this game. I think Torrey Smith, whoever Vivas is guarding, the other receiver is going to have a big game.
Yeah.
Point blank. And that's what I got.
But you know who I want to see? Can't wait to see if Steve Smith matches up with that's going to be a fight.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
That's football. That's good football right there.
I told you, every team needs a thug. He's their thug. Every team needs a thug, and he's their thug. All right, we're going to hit off with the Colts at the Denver Broncos.
Look, man. Andy Dalton, go kill yourself. I bet on you to finally show up, and y'all lost again. I just had to say that. I'm sorry. The Broncos are going to win this game. They're going to win probably by 7, probably 14 points. I just don't see enough on the Colts to really stop a team of old men that were saving it up for this time.
I want to pick the Broncos, but there's a nagging suspicion that behind me to say, hey, pick the Colts, man. I mean, I feel like they can win. I just don't think that they will win. So I'm going with the Broncos.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts winning this game. For some reason, listen, remember, Peyton Manning has a thigh injury. They're still lingering. This has been reported. He has not been looking like himself the past 3 or 4 weeks at all.
Never.
He's old. I see the youth movement coming. Listen, every time Peyton Manning would throw that ball, he is going to get hit. He is going to get hit. When he starts getting hit, he starts to fold. We saw that last year in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. I'm not saying the Colts' defense is the Seahawks, but Peyton Manning is clearly not the same. And I think the Colts' offense is going to come out with this game. All right, we have Sean. You there, Sean?
Yep.
Are you there, Sean?
I'm here.
All right. All right. We have the Carolina Panthers at the Seattle Seahawks.
Flat.
My high school coach had a way about calling lopsided games. The score is going to be a lot to a little. Seattle.
Yeah, Carolina is probably one of the greatest 7-8-1 teams in history, but at the end of the day, they're still a 7-8-1 team against the defending Super Bowl champions. They're going to lose to Seattle.
Let me see. The last time the Seattle Seahawks beat the Carolina Panthers was 13-9. Am I correct? 13-9?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13-9 was the last time.
Oh, by the way, they had.
I got Carolina winning this football game. Who?
They had Greg Hardy for that game.
Hardy and Star Lutulele. I'm
Okay,
just saying.
Listen. I'm gonna keep this official. Richard Sherman has been burnt all year long. This time he got a bigger receiver, bigger than him. He's going up against a rookie, Kelvin Benjamin. Cam Newton can do exactly what Russell Wilson can do, and that is extend plays with the plays he got. A Pro Bowl receiver, a Pro Bowl tight end receiver in Greg Olsen. He has the guys who make catches and extend the drive in Angelica Cotry. The running game has come alive. Carolina is going to steal this game because of the lack of offense that Russell Wilson had. This read option stuff ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
Okay. Hold up. Just a reminder, Tim. When Carolina gets raped, you have to start off next week with Hail Tampa, and then at the end of your statement, Hail Atlanta. Don't think I forgot those stupid ass
We still remember that. We still remember that.
Listen. That's the best.
Hail Tampa. LOB. Hail Atlanta.
Listen. However you guys want it, just remember this. You guys got to say Hail Cowboys in the beginning and Hail Cowboys at the end. And you know what?
And I won't have to.
You don't have to say that.
It's gonna feel good. It's going to feel good.
Bro, you just said Sherman is going to get burned by Kelvin Benjamin.
No, listen,
how much time is Cam Newton going to have with
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you this right now. Cam is a big quarterback. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute now. He's a big quarterback. He move on the clock, stand in. And all you got to do is Kelvin Benjamin will get a catch like that. But listen. Listen, if Eli Manning gets tossed Sherman or ODB, who's a rookie, I don't see. And Des Bryant had a great game against Richard Sherman. Why can't Kelvin Benjamin do it? And he's been the lone guy.
Your quarterback has a bum ankle, a broke back, and he looks like he hates life when he gets hit.
Listen, you know what? Listen. And listen, Cam Newton might have got the Tony Romo book in How to Survive with injuries.
But not even that. And not even that. You don't have Star Lou Tulele and an undersized middle linebacker. You don't even have to run the read option.
You need to run it straight at him. You run it straight at him.
Listen, I am going.
They're running it straight up.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. The NFL, let me tell you this straight up. I'm going to laugh so hard.
Okay.
When Carolina upset Seattle Seahawks, I'm going to laugh so hard.
So when Siragusa or Haloti Ngata was injured, how did Ray Lewis look in them games? Look human. So the greatest middle linebacker in the history of the game, arguably, looked human without his D lineman. How the hell is Kuechly supposed to look without his?
What happened?
I don't think someone was equipped to answer that question, and he bounced because
he was so hurt by the logic that he just ran away.
He was bedazzled.
Sometimes you got to go back to that old ass singer Dr. Dre had. Truth hurts.
It does. Yes.
You alright, man?
Back.
What's the truth?
Nah, you know what it was? It football gods. For some reason, they said a lot in me. Thank you, God. Thank you. The football gods got to me. I'm okay, though. I'm okay. Thank you.
You good? You good?
Thank you for making our erroneous claim about the LOB. How dare you talk about LOB?
Listen, I respect that team, but I'm not impressed. I haven't said those words in a long time. I'm not impressed with who they beat in the last 3 games. You beat a third-string quarterback. Okay, mm-hmm. You barely beat the Rams. You go 6-0 at halftime, losing to the Rams, and it was Sean Hill, who was another backup quarterback, a third-string quarterback who lost his job to a rookie in the beginning of the season, threw a pick. Listen. Again, every team it's like the NBA. In the NBA, in the playoffs, you need a big man. In the NFL, you need balance. Seattle's not balanced. They are not balanced. Carolina's coming, they never set them.
Yeah, Tim, and I say this with all respect. Have you seen Seattle play? Yeah, Seattle is a very balanced team.
They are.
Wait, but we're a little off topic. We haven't even finished our picks, did we?
Did we finish our picks?
Well, we did.
We'll save this for the future.
We finished our picks.
Let's just go against the fourth quarter.
The next pick, and I want to see this. We got the Dallas Cowboys at Green Bay Packers. Fellas, who do you have?
You know what? The one thing I kept on forgetting, that Aaron Rodgers is hurt. And you know what? Like you said, sometimes it's just your time. Sometimes the stars line up. You know, like me, I ended up having to stack backs for Delta, and now I'm working with Delta. Sometimes things just work out. And
Yeah,
if Rodgers can't run a little bit, I don't know why, because that O-line is not even that good. He makes that O-line look better because of his legs. If one of those wheels is broken, look, man, how can you not pick Dallas? I gotta go Dallas.
I know how you cannot pick Dallas because
Here we go.
Because not only is Aaron Rodgers the base god, but didn't this scenario play out already? Like when Aaron Rodgers got hurt and Matt Flynn came in and he beat that Dallas? Like with Matt, or did I just make that up? Because
you making that up?
Okay, never mind then. It must have been when I was playing Madden or something. But either way, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is coming out of this game. I think he's got to get dragged out of this game. He will limp around all day on this field. But I think that the Green Bay should win this game. But I actually think the Cowboys will win this game. Too much balance on offense. Their running game is better. Their passing game with Dez automatically makes them better. I like them over Green Bay in Green Bay.
All right, guys. I know that hurt you guys so much for you to pick the Cowboys. I know it hurt Maurice so much as well. You know, but I
picked him to go to Super Bowl.
Here's the thing, though. But again, nobody else has said. Aaron Rodgers is, I believe, 1-3 in the last playoff games at home. He lost to the Giants at home.
Twice.
He lost to twice to the 49ers last year. And listen, for some reason, you're on the bye week, you're hosting, you're losing at home. I don't. And then on top of that, the last time the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo, won in Lambeau was 2008 when they went 3-0 and Rodgers was playing healthy. Okay, he had the other receivers in Jennings. They won 26-10. Tony Romo is from Wisconsin. This is part of his storyline. He won his his second playoff game. Okay, still fighting. He's going home to Wisconsin, his hometown.
He's coming home like LeBron.
He's coming home. All right. He's going to win this game. This is going to be a good football game. But I think the Dallas Cowboys will win by multiple touchdowns. I think they're not defense, they're we-fence. We-fence. We-fence.
W-I-I?
Hey, listen.
We use it. We got to go to the next council. We use it.
W-E-O-W-I-I fence will get to Aaron Rodgers, make him feel uncomfortable. I got the Cowboys. Sean?
I'll say this. The only person who can mess up the Cowboys on Sunday is Jason Garrett.
Yep.
If this man comes out passing the ball like the Cowboys of old, they're going to lose.
No.
Like, that O-line is too good to not give the rock to DeMarco.
See, no, here's the thing. I have to disagree with you with that. I have to disagree with you. You know why? In the first like 7-8 games, that's all we was doing was running the football. And what do you start?
And y'all was winning.
No, we was winning. But then, hold on, we was winning. But then when we started creeping up against those teams, they got some pretty good defenses. What happened? You had to open up the pass. And here's the thing: the Dallas Cowboys on offense is balanced. They can run, they can pass. You gotta have.
No, that's my point. That's my point.
Is that balance?
If they come unbalanced, they gonna lose. Now the thing is, if you run all the time, you're gonna lose. If you pass all the time, you're gonna lose. Where they fit is they'll punish you with the run, and then they could give you 7 seconds to pass right after that.
Yep.
Like, I just want them to keep the balance, because when they're balanced, I'll be real with you, the Cowboys are one of the funnest offenses to watch because it's just sheer talent on the O-line. So I'm not saying to do one and forsake the other. I'm saying it better be 50-50 because that's where they're their strongest.
Yeah, because what they can do is that with the threat of the run is automatically going to, worry Green Bay because they're not that great at stopping the run. But they can't bring that extra man down to the box because they have Des Bryant on the outside to worry about. So they've always got to have that guy deep just in case Des goes deep. So there's always that the running lanes will be there. So that's what they need to start with the rock, run first, and then once you see that safety start creeping up into the box, tiptoeing into that's when you go over the top with his head. You gotta open it up. That'll open up the play action. That'll keep people off Tony Romo and him standing up. If Tony Romo has a clean jersey at the end of this game, they're gonna win easily.
Well, the thing what Green Bay Packers need to do is to stop Tony Romo and Dallas offense. Is you gotta be able to get Matthews on some one-on-one situations to get to the quarterback. You got to get Matthews to get to the quarterback. If you don't have Matthews to get to the quarterback, that's going to be a problem. Also, Julius Peppers. He has transitioned very well to the linebacker spot. So that's one thing. Another thing is, and I forget the brother's name, is on special teams, Michael Hyde. Michael Hyde is a good safety, a very good safety, and a very good punt return. And you know what? Another guy, Clinton-Dix, the rookie safety from Alabama.
This will be the time for him to step up.
Let me tell you this. Jason Witten, he's not going to save you this game. He's not. If you put Clinton-Dixon on Jason Witten and Romo try to force it, Romo's in trouble. They put this kid on Gronkowski, and he did a fabulous job.
Yes, he did.
Fabulous job
on
Gronkowski. This guy was drafted as either strong or free safety. He could do both. He's that special. I already know they're gonna put him on Jason Witten, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna see the age on Witten. You're gonna see the age.
We gotta let it end it right here. Although we do have one more quarter that have to go to overtime, but we gotta wrap this show up right now. Tim, Maurice, Mike.
Man, y'all stay a little bit later for this Fury, man. We about to go into this fourth quarter.
It's Fury time, fellas.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to get back to the LOB conversation that you guys are so hyped up about. Hey, Sean, stay on. I am not hyped over LOB. The Cowboys went in there and stole the win from the Giants.
But our defense was not there. But we out.
Who was not there?
Bobby Wagner got hurt. KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner. You kept on talking about Luke Kuechly.
Wait, Mike.
And Thomas Davis on Carolina without tackles.
All right.
Listen.
Fourth quarter starts right now. Let's go.
But not
Start it.
Thomas Davis without D tackles. And you saying that with a healthy D line of Seattle with Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright, that's not looking better right now? Bruh. Like, look, if Starlus Falele didn't break his leg, I would say, you know what, you have a point. They don't got the DT they need to do it big.
They ain't got the answer, Sway.
Listen, their DT is gone too. Roy Miller. Seattle's defensive guy is on IR. He's out for the year. And he's a big defensive tackle. So he's out.
Who, Maybain?
No, Miller. Maybain is nothing. Come on.
He's been injured all year. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's nothing. It was Miller. Come on now. Listen, if Michael Bennett don't have a good game, that line is trash. I said it. They're trash. The Muckerman went a buck on that line. Bobby Wagner, he's a good runner, but guess what? The Carolina Panthers.
But what you got to realize is this O-line ain't your Dallas Cowboys. This O-line has sucked.
I'm not saying they are, but see, here's the thing about it. This quarterback can move like Russell Wilson. And
he can't. His ankle is hurt. Man.
Yeah, he can't move. Cam is a statue. Cam is a statue right now.
That man is hurt. He's bigger than Wilson. He is not by any stretch of the word. Keep it real, folks. He ain't that fast right now.
And listen, you know what? Not only that, Star Lutatelli's backup, Dan Edwards, is not a bad defensive tackle. He's a big guy.
He's not a bad defensive tackle. He's just not as great as the guy he's replacing.
Wait a minute.
No. I'm not saying he's great. I'm not saying he's great. All I'm saying is that he's obviously better. That's why he's the starter, and better at doing what he's doing. So it's going to take up those blocks. No, I mean like that Pro Bowl stuff don't matter because half the players who get elected to it don't even want to go anyway. So I mean like there's nothing. There's nothing.
It does. Choosing not to go and be. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Choosing not to go to the Pro Bowl, choosing not to go physically to the Pro Bowl and be selected is two different things. You could be. I would say, you know what? Thank you. I'm honored to be going to be selected to go to the Pro Bowl. But you know what? I'm gonna set this one out. Star Luteni never got selected to a Pro Bowl. He's just part of the defensive line. Like
I'm not saying that. No, but that's the thing. I'm not saying that he's great individually. I'm just saying that he's obviously better than the guy that is going to replace him because that's why he's the guy who's going to replace him. I mean, like it's just like Carolina. They could have had a puncher's chance at full strength. They're not at full strength, and they're going to limp in. They're going to limp into Seattle and get beat up. They're going to go all the way across the country. I would hope they better save them freaking flyer miles because it's going to be dangerous.
And you forget that last game was at Carolina.
Yeah, it was in Carolina.
So what does that mean?
Now, you know, like that Seattle home field is real.
A 4-point win in Carolina translates to a 10-point win in Seattle.
Okay. So, all right. So, when Seattle lost to the Rams in the Rams' house, it means because the Rams are home, right? Is that what we're saying? Because the Rams are home?
They're a different team on the road. Seattle's a different team on the road.
All right,
it's true, though. They're a better team at home.
Listen, how about this? If the Seattle Seahawks defense was so great, they should be 8-0 on defense. Not the Cowboys. They should be 8-0 on defense. They got all this. They can stop everybody. How come they're not 8-0 on defense? You lost to the Rams, the Cowboys. Who else did they lose to? Who else?
They lost to.
Who else? I want to hear that.
They lost to the Chargers on the road.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
and on top of that, the bad man, Aaron Rodgers, that he's so popular, so great. Come on. He couldn't even do anything because he was scared. How you so good, but you're scared to throw the ball on the outside? I don't get this.
Are you arguing two different points, though? I don't know what you're address.
We already agreed that Dallas was going to win, so I don't even know why we talking about Aaron Rodgers.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We all said Dallas was going to win.
No, but I'm just proving a point. If Seattle's defense was so good, why are they not 8-0?
They're not that good this year. They're not as good as they were last year.
No, bro. Bobby Wagner was injured for half the season. When he came back, they looked like themselves again.
Okay, wait a minute.
Everybody said for the last 5 weeks, Bobby Wagner came back, and then they started working.
Is injuries not part of the game?
Injuries are part of the game.
Okay,
what we're trying to say is that Bobby Wagner is actually one of those generational. Okay, let's looking at Ravens and having Ray Lewis injured and say why they ain't dominating right now. Like, yo,
they have one without Ray Lewis.
They have one without Ray Lewis. He was injured.
The Ravens are about to win without Ray Lewis.
No. Here's the thing about it right now. How about this then? I forgot what to say. Ain't that something? Y'all got me.
Yeah. Got him stumped.
Hold on. Let me think about it for a minute.
Well.
Yeah. You got Cam Chancellor. Okay. You got Richard Sherman. You got Earl Thomas. You got Michael Bennett. My God. Come on. You got plenty of players. You got KJ Wright, who went to middle, who played middle. He was still there. You got Bruce Irvin. He was still there. These guys got depth all over the place.
You know what their problem is? You know what their problem is? And their Achilles heel is the tight end position. Look at their losses. They lost to Dallas. Jason Witten, he was putting on numbers in that game. They lost to San Diego. Ace was putting up monster numbers in that game. They lost to the Rams. Like their tight and it was
the defense
is like, didn't they lose to Kansas City as well?
They did.
And Travis Kelce was putting up numbers. I'm telling you, their Achilles heel is.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Look at all their losses.
Wait a minute, Mo. There you go. Greg Olsen, a Pro Bowl tight end.
For the first time ever.
Wait, listen. Greg Olsen has been balling since his years leaving Chicago, going to Carolina.
Since when?
He's been balling.
This is his first 1,000-year season.
Man, Mo.
He got
consistent. He's good.
This is his first 1,000-year season. The first time ever.
But listen,
in his life.
It doesn't matter if it's first time or not. Guess what? He's a threat. He's a threat to that defense. You just said it. Travis Kelce? Come on, he's a rookie, right? Yeah. Kelce, Gronkowski, Olsen. You said Witten too. Witten's old. Olsen balls. Did he score about 2 touchdowns last week?
But
come on.
But if somebody like me, a guy who doesn't get paid, who just watches football for fun, notice that their Achilles heel is a tight end position, you don't think that the defensive coordinators and the people who got paid, who gets paid to notice this a long time ago and are probably already working on it and game planning for they had 2 weeks to get game plan either against Carolina or Arizona.
The problem is look, I'll give you the tight end point so why they can be close. The problem is that, look, Cam is not a spring chicken. They run the ball way too much with him.
Yeah.
And, like, the fact that you think he has the escape of Wilson is laughable. The man is beat up, and he's going to get – and that O-line has been proven to be porous against an average pass rush, not even a good one. So all of this talk of who he can pass it to and who he can beat, that don't matter if your O-line constantly gets beat. And they will.
Okay, so, see now, you know what, fellas? I tell you this. Come Sunday, we're going to rehearse Hail Cowboys. We should rehearse it. Because it's going to sound so melody and crispy with you guys saying it. When you're going to see Carolina upset Seattle. Again, you need balance. You just said Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they have only Jamal Charles. They haven't even have, their best offensive weapon besides Charles is a tight end. The receivers have not scored a touchdown, I guess, for the last game of the year. Okay? They lost to that team with barely no offense. Carolina has an offense that can move the ball. I'm not saying the offense like the Saints or the Packers or the Cowboys. I'm saying a regular offense that can continue to drive. Now, Carolina's defense is matchable against the Seahawks.
Don't say it.
They are.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. If Seattle was so tough, they could have handled Percy Harvin. We're talking about a 5'9", 5'10" wide receiver telling these boys how to play, and they start crying, oh, we can't play with him. He hit me in the face. We got to trade him. You can't keep...
Man, now you're on conjecture. The man got cut because he gets headaches every damn day.
Hold on, Mike.
He ain't going to be on the field.
Mike, the whole defense did not want to get on that bus ride when they found out Percy Harvin was traded. That's how bad is it. If Beast Mode gets shut down, which he will, against the Panthers, Beast Mode has the attitude of the Seattle Seahawks defense on offense. He has it in matches. He don't do anything. It's over with. And that's all they have. I'm not listening to Doug Baldwin or Paul Richardson. Who's he?
You know what? It don't even matter who is he because there's the only person that matters on that offense is Russell Wilson.
Right,
that man will will them to a win because that's what he does. If he can't throw it to somebody, he'll run it himself.
Oh, wow.
I'll take it off myself and we've seen him do it against better teams. Like 49ers defense is a better defense than Carolina's defense. This is them all the time. They're doing them all the time. So I mean, it's just like I can't picture like the final score: Carolina more points, Seattle less points. I can't see it happening because like, it just doesn't make sense. It can't compute because I mean I see the bet.
Oh, speaking about bets. Someone on our 2-minute warning wall stated that we need to up these bets into something of Stephen A's level.
Hold on.
Shutting out to Kendra D. He's calling us out.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Sean. We have a bet in place. Remember, we stated that if the Cowboys and Seattle Seahawks meet in the NFC Championship game, the loser has to wear the team T-shirt on the next show.
Yeah, Sean, you have that bet already.
Well, we have that bet. We have that bet already.
Yeah, we have that bet already.
So, listen, it's all good.
But that is if that happens. But
it will happen.
It
will happen.
Well, listen,
I know. I'm telling you right now that will happen. I can see that happening because I know like you said that how it's not like it's no conspiracy in the NFL. It's too much moving parts to force things together. But in a way, I can see the NFL dreaming this up, saying like I've been saying though, like the whole time. The Tony Romo curse and his non-clutchness and stuff like that, it all began in Seattle in a playoff game. Yes, how fitting would it be for him to have to return to Seattle in the playoffs with that legacy on the line? Do you continue to fail or do you step up and then you win?
And you know what?
That's the biggest storyline.
That game is completely different than this Carolina game. Like honestly, if it should happen, I can see some stars in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dang, man, Sean, look at that. Look, the whole crew is picking the Cowboys to beat Seattle if it happens. See, what do you got to say? Listen, so wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, Mike. You just said so my thing is this. You saying that if Bobby Wagner played against the Cowboys in the playoffs, in the NFC Championship game, the Cowboys are still winning.
I know. I'm saying that.
Okay, so why? So why would I say? So why would I say?
For the storytime. That's my problem.
Okay.
But no, but like I said, I just want to put out, because I know we short on time. Shout out to everybody who laughed at me when people were like a couple weeks ago before the playoffs start, and they was like, oh, hey, what's everybody's predictions? And I said bold prediction: Cowboys versus Ravens in Super Bowl. They laughed at me. Come next week. They're not gonna be laughing no more. They're not gonna be laughing. I told you right now. They're gonna be laughing.
This has been a great show.
Look, hey, you know what? This is what I'm gonna leave off with. I was down on the kid, but a lot of people was turning around on him. I'm turning around on him, and you know what? This year, F. Mariota, he's a system quarterback. We played heinous for Jameis. We gonna take Jameis Winston with the #1 pick. Let's go, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they are gonna take Jameis. They are gonna take Jameis.
Well, I want to give a shout out to my man Havoc, to Darling, to Ronald Christopher, to Mark Nieves, to Macario James. Anybody forgot 2-minute warning? We're going to celebrate going to the NFC Championship game. Dallas will be going. Finish the fight. Hashtag finish the fight.
I got to say,
y'all even got a hashtag?
Lose this game. My Lord in heaven.
Hashtag.
First
The
of all,
amount of
during the
slander.
game, make sure your wife hides all the knives, hides all the guns. Because if y'all lose this game, I think you cutting your vein down the river. Because you know how to really kill yourself.
Wait, listen, wait a minute. I'll be real with you.
End it, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. My thing is this: if we would have lost the last game, I would have been just hurt, very hurt. But if we lose this Green Bay game, we're supposed to lose this game. We're not able to be in the playoffs. Philadelphia is. This is a successful season, at least getting past the first round. If you go to the NFC Championship game, listen, we ain't supposed to be here. But for us being here, you know what? And I want to give a shout out to my man Diego, who's a Giant fan, and my man Will, who's a Giant fan. And I know they watching because they're the ones who said when the Giants won in 2007, it doesn't matter what your record is how hot you come to the playoff and how hard these guys are fighting. And that's what the Giants did. So I'm looking at it as if Tony Romo bought the Book of Eli and Barnes & Noble. He read through it each chapter. And he's like, wow.
You know that
this
guy,
is what you do. Right.
that guy was blind, right? Yeah, like that's what I said. You know he was blind.
I don't read that book at all.
No.
That was a twist.
Listen.
You can't see.
Spoiler alert.
Wait a minute. The Book of Eli Manning. You know why? Here's the thing. And I'm going to tell you something before we end the show. We have to give more respect to Eli Manning.
No, we don't.
Let me finish. We have to give more respect to Eli Manning because you know what? And let's keep this very, very real. The guy has went to 2 playoffs on the road and beat the same guy twice, the Hall of Famer guy twice. When we see guys like Aaron Rodgers, who can't even get the job done but one funky time. When we see guys like...
But he got it done.
Funky.
Funky.
Man, kill yourself.
Wait a minute. We see guys like Tom Brady who got an asterisk to Orange Super Bowl because they were cheating. We seen guys like who else? Well, wait, hold on.
Like Ben Roethlisberger.
Wait, hold on. Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning to me are the best playoff quarterbacks that I've seen in a minute. In this generation.
I strongly
Joe Flacco might join you. Join that list.
Listen, well,
I strongly disagree.
On that. Listen, let me ask you this. Eli Manning has played with 6 different receivers. You know how hard that is to get used to another set of receivers and whole new teammates? And he has one? Obviously, the quarterback is that good.
You know what, Tim? Fuck it. F it. You're right.
Can we say that?
Tired of this argument.
Well, this is overtime.
This is not
on that note.
This is not first take. I'm not gonna go back and forth and say the same things every episode. I didn't listen to the first take for a month. Came back and they said the same things I heard 2 months ago. You're right.
You gotta respect Eli Manning.
I don't care. Don't
watch our first take. Watch us instead.
On that note, we gotta close the show.
Cold cuts.
Forget cold cuts.
Woo! It's me.
You gonna get some fines today.
I'm so sorry. Y'all gotta.
Man.
I gotta edit that last part.
Yeah, because of Mike, you gonna get some fines today.
Tim,
Hey, listen, I'm trying to have the football.
signing off. We good?
Easy. We
All right.
good.